Deep in the heart of the Yucatán Peninsula, where the jungle stretches endlessly under the burning sun, lies one of the greatest wonders of the ancient Maya world. This once mighty city, now a ruin, was a place of power, knowledge, and fear. Among its many secrets, none are as mysterious or as terrifying as the sacred cenotes and the sacrifices made to the rain god, Chaac. The land of the Maya was not like the fertile valleys of other ancient civilizations. Here, water was scarce. There were no great rivers to drink from, no lakes to fish in. Instead, the people relied on the rain, and the rain was controlled by Chaac. He was a fearsome god, with a face like a serpent and eyes that held storms. If Chaac was happy, he sent gentle rains that filled the cenotes, deep natural wells formed by the collapse of limestone, revealing pools of crystal-clear water below. But if Chaac was angry, the land would dry up, crops would fail, and people would starve. The Maya believed that to keep Chaac happy, they had to give him gifts, not just simple offerings of corn or flowers, but something far more precious: blood, life itself. And so, the priests of Chichén Itzá turned to the most sacred of all places, the Great Cenote, a massive sinkhole surrounded by steep cliffs, its dark waters hiding secrets from the world above. Every year, when the dry season stretched too long, and the people grew desperate, the priests would prepare for the most solemn of ceremonies. Young men, chosen for their strength and beauty, would be dressed in fine robes. They would be given the best food, treated like royalty, for they were about to become messengers to the gods. The people would gather around the cenote, their hearts heavy but hopeful. The drums would begin to beat slow and deep, like the heartbeat of the earth itself. Then the chosen ones would step forward. Some would be tied with ropes. Others would walk freely, their faces calm, their eyes fixed on the water below. The priests would chant prayers, calling to Chaac, begging for his mercy. And then, one by one, the sacrifices would be thrown into the cenote. The fall was long, the water cold. Some would die on impact, their bodies broken against the rocks hidden beneath the surface. Others would struggle, swimming in the darkness, but the cenote was a place of no return. The Maya believed that those who sank into its depths did not truly die. They became one with Chaac, carrying the prayers of the people into the spirit world. For centuries, this ritual was repeated. The cenotes swallowed many souls, and in return, the rains came. The crops grew. The people survived. But not all sacrifices were human. The Maya also threw precious objects into the cenote: gold, jade, pottery, even weapons. These were gifts for Chaac, symbols of devotion. When modern explorers first dove into the Great Cenote, they found proof of these ancient beliefs. The bottom was littered with bones and treasures, silent witnesses to a time when faith and fear walked hand in hand. Some skeletons belonged to young men, just as the stories said. Others were children, perhaps offered in times of great despair. But the most chilling discovery was not the bones. It was the evidence that not all sacrifices died quickly. Some had lived in the water for days, clinging to the walls of the cenote, waiting for a rescue that never came. Their fingernails had left scratches in the stone, a haunting reminder of their final moments. Why did the Maya believe this was necessary? To them, it was simple. The world was a balance. Life demanded life. Without sacrifice, there was no rain. Without rain, there was no food. Without food, the people would vanish, just as their cities one day did. Today, Chichén Itzá stands silent, its pyramids and temples visited by tourists who walk where priests once chanted. The Great Cenote is still there, its waters dark and still. Some say that if you listen closely, you can still hear the echoes of the past, the drums, the prayers, the screams of the drowned. And when the rains come, the people of the Yucatán still look to the sky and whisper the name of the old god, Chaac, the bringer of storms. The cenotes of Chichén Itzá are more than just holes in the ground. They are doors to another world, a world where gods demanded blood and men obeyed. They are reminders of how far people will go when faced with the terror of hunger, the fear of drought. And though we no longer throw sacrifices into the water, the Cenotes keep their secrets, guarding the stories of those who vanished beneath the surface, all in the name of rain. So the next time you stand at the edge of a cenote, remember, what looks like a quiet pool is, in truth, a sacred grave. A place where the ancient Maya spoke to their gods in the only language they understood, the language of sacrifice.